Welcome back, everyone, to Ferris Sports Update. With us now, men's basketball assistant coach Andy Bronkema. And Coach, had an exhibition game at Michigan State last week and right back into it this past week, taking on Grace Bible in a 91-78 victory. Talk about your play against Grace Bible.
Well, Robert, we're still trying to figure a few things out. We played 11 guys, and we're trying to settle into our main rotation. Grace Bible, it was good to be at home and good to play against a team that has had some success in the recent years. It's a three-time national champion, and they came in and gave us everything we could handle. The play on the defensive end was not what we expected. Coming from Michigan State, we thought we could build off that defensive performance and some of the possessions we were able to build together and stop State in the half court. And then against Grace Bible, missing a few of our rotations, so that's somewhere where we'll look to improve on. And then offensively, we were able to create a few turnovers, get some steals and some easy buckets, and finally in that second half we're able to figure out their zone.
We've got some highlights from the Grace Bible victory. Talk about coming off the Michigan State game and that great atmosphere at Michigan State and having to come back and take on a team. It was your first home game. Talk about the atmosphere.
Well, the atmosphere at Michigan State, it doesn't get any better than that. So when you come home, it's always good to be home, but then there's that Grace Bible, like I said, is a three-time national champion, but they're a member of the NCCAA. So you try to get your players to understand that this team will beat you, and if you're not sound. So there's a little bit of a let-down factor that maybe you're afraid of, and there shouldn't be, because Grace Bible is a proud program and no one to take lightly.
A couple freshmen handling the basketball for you, in Dietrich Lever and Drew Lehman, and both of those kids had great games.
Absolutely. That's going to be a bright spot. They're going to be contributors all year long for us. Realizing that as freshmen they won't be that perfect every night, but they had two big games for us, and I believe in the minutes they played they were perfect without any turnovers throughout the game, which is huge for two freshmen.
Dante Molden, senior point guard, captain for the team, a two-year starter, and he's done a nice job as you get started here this season as well.
Well, what we asked Dante to do is just to be the floor general, so he doesn't have to do anything too outside the box except for get us moving, get us in the flow on offense, and he's by far our best on-the-ball defender. So he can impact the game in different ways on both sides of the floor, and that's our expectation out of him. He brings us the most experience, playing for 3 years, and then Danny Sutherland playing for 2 years. Everybody else only has one year of full season under their belt here at Ferris State. So
Drew Lehman here with the basketball. As we mentioned, he in double figures as well. And Dietrich Lever, we'll see him get a couple steals. Had a big game on the defensive side as well with 7 steals, one shy of the school record.
Well, he knows how to play the passing lanes, as you see right there, getting his hand in the lane, and that was a good defensive position. One pass away and playing that passing lane. We asked the players to be in position and not gamble, and he got most of those steals when he was in fundamental defensive position. He's going to be exciting to watch for the next few years.
Drew Lehman right there. Jarrell Sanders, a big game. He's had a couple strong performances, back-to-back games against Michigan State and Grace Bible.
And Jarrell shot the ball real well in this game, and his shot selection was improved from Michigan State. He really can shoot that ball when it's a good inside-out pass, and he's a catch and shoot. And he proved that in this game, going 3 of 4 from 3. And again, he's a versatile player. He's going to defend different positions, and he's going to be able to impact the game in more than one way with his rebounding, his versatility.
Final score 91-78. In that last highlight, we saw Daniel Sutherland with a layup off a steal, and he's a player that you're expecting big things from. Had a good finish to last season and has came on and started well.
Absolutely. Danny's really turned the corner as far as his consistency. He's somebody right now that we got penciled in for quite a few minutes, and his role in this game against Grace Bible, finding those holes and those gaps in the middle of that zone, and then taking it to the basket and finishing with strength, proved to be the difference.
Another busy week after that Grace Bible win. You play Calvin in an exhibition game this week, and then a big weekend as you start the regular season, and a tough place to do it on the road at Michigan and at Central Michigan, but I know you're looking forward to those games.
Yeah, we're gearing up. We have one more tune-up game, and against Calvin, we get to go down to Grand Rapids, play in their beautiful arena, and bring Coach Saul and Coach Dama home to play the Calvin Knights, and we'll figure a few more things out. We'll look at the film and try to sort it all out, but we don't have too much time because, like you said, we're back-to-back with the two great teams, Division I opponents. Michigan, I think they're ranked 18th, and then Central Michigan. So we're looking forward to this week. It's 3 games in 1 week, so for the freshmen, for the new guys, it's going to be a different experience, but we welcome the challenge.
How will that experience that you had at Michigan State help you as you prepare for those first 2 regular season games in those types of environments?
Well, it won't be a first. You know, for the freshmen, that was their first experience under the bright lights, so it'll be a 1A shortly after. And I think just playing against that level of competition with those expectations, it will help. You know, our goal is always to prepare in a way that we can win the game, and we'll do that. It'll be no different when we play Michigan or Central Michigan. That being said, we can learn a lot regardless of the outcome.
Your team a year ago won the GLIAC North Championship, reached the Sweet 16. You lose 4 key seniors off that team, but with the young kids coming in, that's had to be a bright spot so far as you've started off the year.
Absolutely. It's a new team, a new year, different people stepping up into different roles, and we're still figuring a little bit of that out. And you know, the cream will rise to the top here as we move forward. But like I said, we got a couple more days to sort some things out, and by the end of this year, I believe we'll be pretty good and we'll be in position to do some good things.
Your team picked to finish 3rd in the GLIAC North this season in the preseason poll, and what will it take to contend maybe for another conference championship?
Yeah, well, first of all, preseason polls are, you know, we don't put much stock in the preseason poll. That being said, you know, 3rd, that's right where we should have been picked in the preseason. So it's our job to prove them wrong and not prove them right there. And we got Michigan Tech is going to be an experienced, talented team. Grand Valley is always a strong program, and it's going to take a lot of execution, concentration, and just sticking to it throughout the long conference season to be back there on the top this year. We could do it. There's no doubt about it. And as we progress, we shall see.
Well, best of luck as you get ready for 3 games this week and you start the regular season on Friday at Michigan.
Thank you, Robert.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Join us again next time on Ferris Sports Update.